Jarrell Miller will face Mariusz Wach on November the 11th at the Nassau Coliseum, Uniondale, New York, USA. This fight will be on the undercard, perhaps even chief support, of the Daniel Jacobs-Luis Arias fight. And this show is Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, his first show in the USA. Now, Mariusz Wach is a very tough guy, as we know. Probably got the best chin in the heavyweight division. He's never been down. He did get stopped against Povetkin, but that was in a cut on facial damage in the 12th round. He never went down. He took Vladimir Klitschko's best shots for 12 rounds, never came close to going down, which is incredible. Just look at the shots that Vladimir Klitschko hit Kubrat Pulev with, which put him down. Look at the shot that he hit Joshua with in the 6th round that put him down. He hit Mariusz Wach with those same shots for 12 rounds, and Mariusz Wach never came close to dropping. Incredible punch resistance this man has. But because of the fact that he takes so much, you have to imagine that at some stage that punch resistance could deteriorate. I've seen that happen many times before with guys who have got very good chins. When they continue taking punishment throughout their career, the punch resistance can deteriorate. Now, just looking at Mariusz Wach's recent record here, he did fight back in March against Erkan Tepe. And before that, he fought, God, it was nearly a year earlier, against Nascimento. So he hasn't been particularly active, Mariusz Wach, which would be a concern for any of you out there who are Mariusz Wach fans. I can't imagine there are too many, but that should be a concern, the fact he's been inactive. And, you know, Mariusz Wach is a very big guy. I think he's like 6'7", 6'8", weighs like 250, 260, around there. He's likely to be outweighed by Jarrell Miller, which is incredible, considering how big Mariusz Wach is. Jarrell Miller's 6'4", so he's going to be giving away, you know, a good 3-4 inches in height to Mariusz Wach. But he's going to be outweighing him. So my point is, do you think that Jarrell Miller will be able to push Mariusz Wach back in the same manner that he pushed Gerald Washington back? One thing I will say is that Gerald Washington don't really have a fighter's instinct. He didn't quit against Jarrell Miller overtly anyway, but he didn't really fight back in a way that you'd want to see a real fighter fight back. He didn't really grit his teeth and get stuck in the way you'd want to see a guy grit his teeth and get stuck. There was one moment in the fight where he did make a little bit of a stand, but other than that, he didn't really seem to have the fighting instincts. Mariusz Wach has definitely got more of a fighting instinct than Gerald Washington, but I wouldn't say he's the most fiery character, Mariusz Wach, you know. And he's very limited at the end of the day. He's slow, very, very slow. He's very robotic, has a tremendous chin, can punch. He can punch. That's not to be underestimated with Mariusz Wach. He does have some power there. And, you know, he's not afraid to let his hands go. You would have to make Jarrell Miller the favorite in this fight because he throws a lot more punches, seems to take a good shot himself, and he's on the ascendancy. I believe he's the younger guy. Significantly, I think he's 29 years old, Jarrell Miller. Mariusz Wach is listed here at 37. So probably seen better days. This fight is likely to be fought in a phone booth. You can't imagine anybody getting on the back foot and dancing around the ring like Hughie Fury in this fight. I mean, they're both huge men. So it's going to be toe-to-toe, you know, clubbing away, maybe for 12 rounds. Can Jarrell Miller stop Mariusz Wach? Let me know what you think in the comment section, people. And how do you like this fight? You think it's a good fight? You think it's a decent step up for Jarrell Miller? Or do you actually think it's a step in the wrong direction? I hope I haven't been calling Jarrell Miller Gerald Washington in this video. Excuse me if I have. I've just woken up from sleep. So anyway, yeah, let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. And just to close out this video, I was talking to somebody online, and they seem to be of the impression that Jarrell Miller must have signed with Eddie Hearn to be fighting on an Eddie Hearn show in the United States. Well, to my knowledge, Jarrell Miller absolutely has not signed with Eddie Hearn. It's just a case of Eddie Hearn needing to fill up his first card. I mean, he's only signed Danny Jacobs so far in terms of American fighters. So he's going to need to fill up his show with fighters who are not signed to him. And he does it all the time in the UK. Well, not that you don't fill up his shows in the UK with fighters that are not signed to him, but he does put fighters that are not signed to him on his shows. For example, Sauerland fighters have been fighting on Eddie Hearn shows now for a long time. So he does that. And in this instance, he's going to need fighters from various different promoters to fill up this show. So I'm interested in this fight. I think it's going to be somewhat entertaining. And I'm also interested to see how this show goes. Who else is going to be on this show on November the 11th? So drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel, people. It's Hatman, I'm out.